Welcome back, everyone. And now we are pleased to have in the program His Excellency, the Ambassador of the State of Palestine to the State of Kuwait, Mr. Rami Tahboub, and his wife, Mrs. Rima Khalidi, Vice President of the International Women's Group in Kuwait. First of all, Your Excellency and Mrs. Rima, I have to say Ramadan Mubarak and welcome to the program.
Ramadan Mubarak to all of us, to the Kuwaiti people, to His Highness the Emir, and thank you so much for having us in this lovely night.
Ramadan Kareem to all of you, same to all Kuwaiti people, and thank you for receiving us.
Well, it's our pleasure, as you know, and we all know that Your Excellency and Madam, you spent many years here in Kuwait, and many Ramadans as well. So how does this experience or long extended stay here in Kuwait shape your personality or your perspective in general about Ramadan, and what are the similarities between the Ramadan in Palestine and in Kuwait?
Yeah, first of all, when we came to Kuwait, it was our first time to leave our country. So it wasn't easy for me to adjust to the new life, especially during Ramadan. But then I got used to it. There are so very nice and beautiful atmosphere here in Ramadan, especially for us as wives of ambassadors. We are welcomed and received by sheikhas from the ruling family, and it is always a very nice atmosphere during these ghabkas. Other things, another thing that it is very beautiful is actually the girgaan.
Yes.
Yes.
And this has affected me actually a lot because first of all, I love children, and I am eager when Ramadan starts to buy all these sweets for them. And then when they come to us, you know, I'm keen that by myself, I'm giving them these sweets.
Yes.
One incident happened, it was really very nice, I can't forget it. Small children, really, the boys not more than 9 years old, when I gave the sweets and they told me, we love Palestine. And I told, oh, nice. What do you know about Palestine? And he told me, yes, Jerusalem is the capital of Palestine.
Yes.
And there is the Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. So I told him, just please send my greetings to your parents for giving you all of this information and for showing you this love for Palestine.
Yes,
I
that's
think,
amazing.
yes. I don't know about you, Mariam, but since talking about Ramadan and its activities like girgaan,
Yes.
we will, later on, we will talk about that, of course. But Your Excellency, you have been here in Kuwait since 2013, more than 13 years. So you have the experience of knowing the Kuwaiti society. Let's talk about your experience and your exposure to the society.
Well, it's a great exposure. The Kuwait is distinguished in Ramadan, in particular, especially, you know, we call it the Diwaniyathon.
Yeah.
About most of the Kuwaiti families, they open their Diwaniyas in Ramadan. So for the whole diplomatic corps in particular, ambassadors have to, you know, run from here to there in order
And
to
drink a lot of coffee.
exactly
And eat a lot of food, actually.
They drink a lot of coffee, eat a lot of sweets, and I think people used to eat, then and the next morning to check their diabetes.
It will be high, of course. Now, being an ambassador, this is very important for you and for the Palestinian people. If they ask you about Kuwait during this 13 years, right? So you know something special about Diwaniyas, about Ramadan, and about Kuwaiti people in general. So let's talk about this society outside of Ramadan.
Let's talking about the Kuwaiti society. I think that the Kuwaiti society is a very, very generous society, very welcoming society. For me, for example, as you just said it, that I'm here for 13 years. Since day one I arrived in Kuwait, I was well received by the Kuwaiti society, especially in the Diwaniyas. When I used to go there, the first year, for example, people were very emotional about receiving the Palestinian ambassador. Also, during during the year, the Diwaniyas are open. So I used to visit to make sure to visit most of the Diwaniyas in Kuwait, and you know that Diwaniyas are considered to be small parliaments.
Yes,
exactly.
Very important.
In Kuwait, and sometimes you get information through the discussions going on in Diwaniyah without even a need to
ask for it, or
to ask for it, exactly. So I think the Kuwaiti society in general is very warm.
Yes.
And that's why most of the ambassadors, or maybe almost all of the ambassadors, when they come to Kuwait, they feel sort of, you know, cautious, because it's a new tradition for them, a new country, especially in Arab countries, for those who are coming from foreign countries. But when their period of work, of mission here ends, they don't want to leave Kuwait.
Yeah, they want to stay.
Exactly.
They want to extend their stay because they enjoying the stay and let's say the culture in general.
Exactly.
Yes.
So Your Excellency, based on your, let's say, long profession and as a diplomatic personality, how do you see the Kuwaiti-Palestinian relations over the years? It extends, let's say, decades. But how do you see it today, especially with the international, let's say, situation?
Well, listen, when you have a down-rooted relations between two nations or two countries, this history of relation, this strength of relation remains. Kuwait-Palestine relations extends to the early beginning of the last century, and Kuwait has been supporting Palestine in all aspects, supporting the Palestinian people, supporting the Palestinian leadership, and of course supporting the Palestinian revolution when it was the revolution.
Sure.
Talking about Kuwait-Palestine relation takes hours, I think. But if you ask me about how do I see Kuwait-Palestine relation today, I think that it is at most strong relations.
Exactly, yes.
Especially on the political level. We do always, I say this, that we do trust and put our confidence in Kuwait to hold the Palestinian file wherever the Palestinian officials are the Kuwaiti officials go. Palestine is a priority among the foreign policy of the state of Kuwait. And the leadership historically never ever changed its vision or its belief in the Palestinian cause. I think we are very proud of the relation between Kuwait and Palestine and how it is going. I think it's one of the best ever relations, international relations between countries.
Of course, it's stronger than ever, these relations, a relationship of brotherhood, and it will remain strong, inshallah, forever.
Definitely.
Now, my question to you, Mrs. Rima, you attended many official and also social events here in Kuwait as the wife of the ambassador of the state of Palestine. Now, tell me about during these social events, whether they are official or non-official. Tell me about how does that affect you?
Well, first of all, this is very important. Palestine is the core of my identity.
Yes.
And I try my best to represent my country. So, and I feel that women representation is vital for strengthening the national resilience. So representing a Palestinian woman is very important in all means, especially that there are distorted images about Palestinian women. People, they don't know that Palestinian women are very well educated, that they are, they work in all fields. The literacy rate is very high. And you can tell that from 15 years old to 24 years old, you have more than 99% literacy rates, which is excellent actually.
Yes.
They work, as I said, in all fields. You see them filmmakers, politicians. I'm very proud that many ambassadors are women ambassadors, representing Palestine. So when I go to national days or social events, it's not only that I go as a person, but I also talk. I talk a lot about Palestine. I talk, maybe I'm not a politician, I'm not really into it, but I speak also about my personal life in Palestine. All the obstacles that we have, all what the occupation is doing to us on a daily basis. People, when they hear me, they get confused. How do you live like this? It is so difficult to understand.
Yes.
And although I speak a lot, but still it doesn't come really. So with the help of my husband, we also have done trips to Palestine in order that they see it by their own eyes. And then they discover the whole thing, because their imagination, they couldn't imagine the way that we live under occupation.
Yeah, of course.
But at the same time, it's not only this. They found also lovely people, lovely Palestinian people who are kind, love life, very generous. They found Palestinian women, very well educated. All of this changed their opinion about Palestine.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that's interesting. And you are basically, Mrs. Rima, a warrior. You said that you are not a politician, but you are a warrior representing your nation to tell the people, let's say, the truth about Palestine.
Yes.
So sad.
I think it's a difficult job being the wife of ambassador. So you have the responsibility. But I think that you are doing great job, especially when you talk. You know what you're talking about, especially for Kuwait and
Palestine deserves.
Palestine deserves
of course.
the best and better.
I think this is a very thick subject. We will talk about many subjects up to come, but now our viewers will take a short break and we will continue. Don't go away.
Welcome back, dear viewers, after this short break, and we have with us His Excellency the Ambassador Rami Tahboub and his wife, Mrs. Rima Khalidi, in Cultural Night, and we continue with them to know more about Palestine and their life here in the state of Kuwait.
Yes, I think I will ask you the same question I asked you before the break. There are many responsibilities and demanding responsibilities, especially being you are representing the embassy of Palestine here in Kuwait. So tell me about these responsibilities. Do you enjoy them? Because I think that you have this smile that you think when I'm talking to you that you have the right answer. So you can tell me.
Yes, of course I enjoy them. Well, I'll be frank with you. When I came to Kuwait, I have no idea what is my responsibility. All of it was very new to me. Yeah. My husband, he's a politician. This is his work. He has his experience. But for me, I have no experience what is a diplomatic life. I didn't know what I'm going to do. So at the beginning, I just watched. I learned a lot. I had experience bit by bit. And then I knew what I wanted to do for Palestine. And I feel that culture is the soft power. I know politics is very important, but culture is more important. Because when you show the culture of certain people, especially for Palestinian people, that have been robbed not only their land but they have been robbed also their culture.
Yes.
And the occupation is always having this telling about us as human animals, which is, this contradicts everything when I show my culture. And the Palestinian culture is really rich.
Well, that's interesting. But speaking of the beautiful culture of Palestine, let's go to the household of the ambassador. How do you transfer that culture to your children? I know raising children, as based on what I heard from other ambassadors and their wives, raising children abroad is a little bit difficult. And how to, let's say, try to maintain the original culture at core with children.
Yes.
How do you keep that kind of balance?
Well, first of all, we are lucky to be in Kuwait. Kuwait is an Arab country, have many same values like in Palestine. But of course, the culture is different. First of all, talking about family in general and my work and my husband's, you know, Rami's work is taking the political aspect, but mine is the cultural aspect. And I think we, both of us, we complete each other. And I find this has strengthened our relationship as husband and wife, but as well as our relationship with our children.
Yes.
Thankfully, my husband, he's a great father. And for us, as much as we work, but for us every day, on daily basis, lunch is the important part of our life.
Yes.
We sit together, the whole family, on one table. We discuss many subjects, especially what we had during the day. But then Palestine is always on the table.
The main subject on
It's always there. And I can see now during these years how our life here shaped also their lives.
Yes.
They are very attached to their country. They are very proud of their being Palestinian. And also being in Kuwait, that helped also a lot.
Yes.
They can see how much Kuwaiti people love Palestine. They can feel it. And this has given them also more confidence and more appreciation for their own identity.
This is amazing, and this is the mother side of the story. Now to the ambassador, Your Excellency. Raising children is not easy, of course. I am still in the beginning of the road. I have 2 kids. So now I have to take the experience from you, speaking about raising children and also in Kuwait. Inshallah, here in Kuwait, we have the same tradition, we have the same religion, we are brothers. So the difference is about how to raise them to be 100% Palestinians.
Well, for us, as Rima said, that we are keeping our children up to date about the situation in Palestine and in the whole region. And honestly speaking, before raising them up as 100% Palestinians, we are raising them up to be 100% Arabs. And because we are very, it's normal and very normal, and it should be the case that the extension to Palestine is the Arab world, and Palestine without the Arab world cannot do anything by its own. That's why they should be attached to their Arab nationalism, then to Palestine. And as I said, by keep talking about it, sometimes we follow up things going on in Palestine. We always focus on the narrative, because the battle is the battle of narrative
Exactly.
these days between us and the Israelis, and steal the Palestinian culture, if I can call it. That's why we keep following up and register at the UNESCO all the traditions that has to do with Palestine. So our children are aware of this on daily basis almost. So it is, I don't see it difficult to raise them up because they are, as Rima said, that we are in Kuwait, and I think Kuwait is one of the top 2 or 3 Arab countries that supports Palestine. So we will never ever, and we never ever felt any difference in the general in the culture in general, taking into consideration that even us when we were little kids we used to watch Kuwaiti مسلسلات and زي خالتي قماشة وما إلى ذلك. So
it's delightful to hear about this, and also it helps to have a great wife, right, Your Excellency?
Of course, of course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you can ask her.
Yes.
But and we've been following up all the المجلة العربي, and for me when I was in university I used to read Al-Qabas every day.
Yeah.
Although I studied in Jordan and I didn't study in Kuwait, but we are attached to Kuwait since we were
Young.
little kids.
Yes, Kuwait
that's
TV is
interesting.
great, especially representing Kuwait to the Arab world.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes, Kuwait
Exactly.
television showed the true
And
identity.
I think Kuwait TV was established in Kuwait in 1961. It was number 1 in the Gulf region.
Yes.
The first
Exactly.
country in
That's
the Gulf region
Yes,
Yeah.
that
1961.
established the television.
Yes, exactly.
So it was a leading, let's say,
Yeah.
institution in the Arab world. Now, Your Excellency, I have a little particular question. You know, now we are in Ramadan and it's a month of generosity and community engagement. How do you see that this month helps, let's say, volunteers to be more engaged in the Palestinian cause?
Honestly speaking, engagement in the Palestinian cause by volunteers is not linked to a specific period of time.
Exactly.
We are in the holy month of Ramadan, and Ramadan has a special place and emotional for all of us.
Yes.
And you know, it's the month of mercy. It's the month of people getting together, helping each other, and you see everyone coming in order to help and to support and to do whatever possible things. But in general, as I said, that for example, in my hometown, Hebron, in Palestine, there is a place called Tqiyat Sidna Ibrahim.
Yes.
This Tqiyat Sidna Ibrahim opens 24 hours a day, all the year, and feeds whoever needs food. And they call Hebron the city that nobody get hungry in.
Getting, mashallah.
MashaAllah.
So, yeah.
So and they activate more in Ramadan, of course.
That's interesting.
So I think that for us Arabs and Muslims in general, Ramadan is like any other time that we get together all the time.
Yes. And you mentioned they never get hungry. We are in Ramadan. You said Ramadan is the month of togetherness and forgiveness.
Yes.
Also the month of food. Not only in the state of Kuwait, but
But
to all
in
of,
the whole world, in
Yes.
as Muslim world.
of course, you know about Tashrib,
Yeah.
Lugaymat. We have. Tell me about the dishes that only appear in Ramadan in Palestine.
Mostly the ataif.
Allah.
Ataif from the
I love
dessert. It's the dessert of Ramadan.
So tell me about your favorite Kuwaiti dish in Kuwait. Of course you had them.
Food
Your
or
Excellency.
sweets?
No, food.
Food, main.
We will
main
talk about
cuisines.
sweets
Food,
later.
from the food, I love the mrabbian.
Oh.
Rabia.
I love it. It's #1 here in Kuwait.
So let's talk about sweets. Which Kuwaiti dish do you like?
Sweets.
Yeah.
You
said awama.
I love القيمات. I love the bigger one. What is it called?
صب القرش.
صب القرش.
I'm so bro in sweets.
Exactly. Exactly.
What about you, Mrs. Rima?
And I love الجمات, but I love also قرص عقيلي.
Oh,
Girls-
I like
yeah.
it. I like it.
Yeah. It's
what
light
else?
with tea.
Yeah, and also darabil. It's also I love it. With
Yeah.
tea.
I think food, the month of Ramadan has a lot of options of food. So it's the month of fasting, but ironically, it's
And
the
for
month
me,
of eating
For me,
also.
during the day, I just love to go to the market and keep looking about the food, the pickles,
Yeah, you take it.
these
Yeah.
are things. Yeah, to look at them and to buy, then not to eat anything.
And
Just-
as they say, eat with your eyes. But
Do you ask Mrs. Rima to cook something or to tell her that make sure that today the iftar, I need this dish to be present the whole month?
She
Or
never,
do you-
she never asked about this because for us the dish that is
She already
always on the table is hummus and falafel. This is for the whole month.
just like our tashriba for the whole month,
It's
we
a
have
must.
hummus
Of
and
course, in
falafel.
addition to the soup and salad and
Yes.
this.
So
thing. But
so-
I don't ask her, for example,
She knows.
no, for a specific dish for today. She wouldn't give any excuse for anyone to ask. She just do, and that's it.
I'm
Let's
sure
see.
that Mrs. Rima, an excellent chef.
She's a great cook.
Well, that's amazing. So tell me about, let's say, your routine in the kitchen. For me, I basically cook at home, but my mother and I, we have, let's say, an agreement that in a certain hour I need to exit the kitchen. Otherwise, we're gonna have, let's say,
Argument.
not an argument. She will hit me with a milas if she had to. Okay, we were gonna fight over the stove, whose turn to cook
In Ramadan? Or,
in Ramadan, especially in Ramadan. So, what is your routine around the kitchen?
Well, because we are actually busy, so I have to prepare certain things before. So I wake up in the early morning and I just put, what I'm going to do. I don't do a lot, frankly, during Ramadan because we eat a little. You think
Exactly.
you are hungry, but at the end
But-
you are not eating.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think there has to be soup, salad, and one dish. Nothing else. I don't do anything more.
Yes.
So I cook, and even what I cook, because we don't
Yeah.
eat it, all of it, it stays for 2 days. So
This is exactly what we do right now.
Yeah.
We cook, for example, the soup. It may stay for extra 2 days. And the maraq for tashriba, it may stay also 2 days. And as my mother said, we're gonna have it just like lunch. One main dish
exactly.
with the salad and the soup. If you want something extra, we will make it in a small portion.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's to stay, let's
Same
say,
for us.
yeah.
Yeah. And I try to avoid fried food, frankly. Yani, my kitchen, the way that I cook is really very healthy.
Yes.
I try to avoid oil, to avoid, certain things. It's mostly more vegetables. And our Palestinian food is full of vegetables.
Yes.
And especially stuffed vegetables. And even if we cook not stuffed vegetables, we have yakhani, which is like yakhni, bamia, okra, or other yakhni, stews.
Stews,
Yeah.
yes.
With meat or with chicken. So all of this is all of it with vegetables.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like, let's say, the healthy kitchen.
It's a
Very,
health.
Palestinian food is very healthy.
Yes.
And even, we've been cooking since millennia,
Yeah.
what now became very modern, vegan food and vegetarian food.
Yes.
So it's we have plenty of vegan and vegetarian dishes in the Palestinian kitchen.
Well, that's very interesting, Mrs. Rima, and Your Excellency. It's a pleasure to have you.
Your Excellency, thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you so much for
Thank
hosting
you.
us. It has been a great pleasure. We enjoyed a lot.
Yes.
I can speak on my behalf and Rima's.
Yes.
Thank you for the lovely night and wish you all the best and success in your program.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Mrs. Rima, also thank you.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the best and extendable and delightful stay here in Kuwait for you and your children.
Yes.
We are among our family. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
What a lovely interview. Today we had the ambassador of the state of Palestine to the state of Kuwait, His Excellency Rami Tahboub, and his wife, Mrs. Rima Khalidi. And now our viewers, we will continue the program, but after this short break, stay with us.